This video is crap to cream rebuilding a MGB Kingpin. So I've washed all the parts down. I've got a couple of kits here. I've now sorted all the shims out so that they're in place so that I can do some jiggery pokery around getting the right clearance between the Kingpin and the top mounting. So I'll put the Kingpin, I've already greased up the Kingpin and I've put the O-ring in the bottom here. So there's an O-ring that goes in the bottom there that's in the kit. I've greased up the insides and I've put the spring guide, or whatever you want to call it, cover in here. I cleaned them up and then gave them a bit of a clean, and so they just simply press together. I've just done this for a little bit of efficiency, so it's all nicely painted up. So with this one I checked the radial clearance between the bush and the Kingpin itself. So there's a thou and a half clearance in it, talking in old money, because that's what I'm used to. So I checked all that with my micrometer and other bits and pieces. So I've now verified that the bushes in here are good, so I don't need to replace them, but on another video I can show how I replace the bushes. So I've greased up the Kingpin, ready for assembly, just for a bit of efficiency. I'll put that on. And then what I've been doing is I have getting the shims. I put the shims on, then the bronze bush goes in between the two shims. So I'll put a little bit of grease on the top of that. Just to give it a bit of a start. So that's that and that. Wipe the grease off my fingers. And then what I've been using is one of the old castle nuts, right? Save wrecking the nylock nuts. So what I do is I then put the top mount back on again. I don't worry about the position for now. And tighten that up. This is not the castle nut I've been using. The wrong one, this one. And then tighten that up. Tighten that up fully. And then check I've got movement of the Kingpin. Alright, so there's a torque number for that. I haven't got that right now. You can just check it by hand to make sure that it's good. So when I've been doing this, what I do is I've got a 4th hour trial shim. So I put that in just to make sure that I've got the right shims in. So if the Kingpin goes tight when I put that in, then I know that I'm within 4th hour, obviously, of axial float on the stub axle on the Kingpin. So that feels beautiful now. Alright, so I can now put the nylock nut on the top and reassemble, put it all back together again. I'll clean all the excess grease off. Better to have too much than too little. I'll put the new grease nipples into the into the stub axle, just slide in the kit, and then I can quite happily put it back on the car. So what I will do is I will leave this nut slack until the top fulcrum pin goes in, because if I don't, then it becomes very difficult to get this right and have the nut tight and get the alignment of the fulcrum pin through the bushes and through the kingpin itself. So I always leave this a little bit loose, get that in place, tighten all this up, and then put the fulcrum pin in, and then tighten the nylock nut up finally. So that's how I do it. And then I'll put the wheel bearings back on, put the back plate back on, wheel bearings on, and don't forget the washer, the spacer that goes in here that the oil seal runs on. I've done that a couple of times before now and not realised I haven't done it until the disc is hitting the disc caliper. So don't forget that. I've got them in the other shed. So anyway, that's all good now. No axial movement in that at all. So that's perfect. So this one's already been assembled. This is what it looks like when it's finished. So yeah, new bush in there. Again, perfectly nice and moved beautifully. Well, this one's the same. So this one's leaning left slightly loose, so that I can move this. So that one's all ready to go in. So this is the left-hand one. That one's the right-hand one. And yeah, one more Kingpin job done. Got my engine covers here now. I've cleaned all those up, flushed out the wire gauze in there to make sure it's doesn't cause any pressure in the crankcase and then cause more oil leaks. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with progress right now, and yeah, I'll keep you updated with other jobs as I do them.